Good morning students. Welcome back to P.N.AMERSEY e-learning classes. Students, today we will learn sixth part of chapter number 11, force and pressure. So let's start this video. Students, we will start our video with the topic pressure exerted by liquids. The substances such as water, oil, petrol, alcohol and mercury etc. are liquids. All the liquids exert pressure on the base. On the base means on the bottom and walls of their containers. Though pressure is exerted by all the liquids, but since water is the most common liquid around us, therefore we will be using water as the liquid in our activities on pressure exerted by liquids. All the liquids have weight. So, when we pour a liquid into a vessel, then the weight of liquid pushes down on the base of the vessel or bottom of the vessel, producing a pressure. We say that the liquid exerts pressure on the base of the vessel in which it is kept, as you can see in the picture, showing a vessel containing a liquid in it. The weight of this liquid pushes on the base of the vessel and exerts a pressure on the base of the vessel or bottom of the vessel. The pressure exerted by liquid is given by the formula pressure is equal to force upon area. Now our next topic is dependence of pressure on depth in a liquid. That means the pressure in a liquid is not the same at all depths. The pressure exerted by a liquid changes with the depth in the liquid. Actually, the pressure exerted by a liquid increases with increasing depth inside the liquid. The pressure exerted by a liquid is small, just under the surface of the liquid. But as we go deeper in a liquid, the pressure of liquid increases. Actually, as the depth of the liquid increases, the weight of liquid column pushing down from the above increases, and hence the pressure also increases. Now students, we will describe an activity to show that the pressure of a liquid depends on its depth. We will perform an activity to show that the pressure of a liquid increases with depth. Take a tall vessel which has 3 holes A, B and C at different places and at different depths from the top of the vessel. The 3 tubes are of equal diameter and cork are fitted into them. The vessel is filled with water and then all the corks are removed quickly. On removing the cork, the water from uppermost tube A is found to travel the shortest distance from the base of the vessel. The water from middle tube, that is B, goes a little further away, whereas the water from the lowermost tube, that is C, shoots out farthest of all. Students, this activity is shown in this picture. This picture shows that pressure of water increases with depth. From this activity, we get the observation that the depth of water near tube A is small. So the water comes out from tube A with small pressure and falls near the bottom of the vessel. The depth of vessel near tube B is greater. So the water comes out with great pressure from tube B and falls further away from the base of vessel. the depth of water near tube C is the greater. So the water comes out of the tube C with greatest pressure and goes further from the vessel. This means that as the depth of water increases from A to B to C, the pressure of water gradually increases. From this activity, students, we conclude that as the depth of water in the vessel increases, the pressure exerted by water also increases. In general, we can say that the pressure of a liquid increases with depth. Now students, we will perform another activity which demonstrate that a liquid exerts pressure on the bottom of its container. For that, take a transparent plastic pipe about 15 cm long, having a diameter of about 3 cm. Also take a thin sheet of rubber like that of a rubber balloon. Stretch the thin rubber sheet and tie it tightly over one end of the plastic pipe. Now, in this activity, the plastic pipe is the container which has stretchable bottom made of thin rubber sheet. Keeping the pipe vertical, let us pour some water in the pipe from the top end. We will find that on pouring water in the pipe, the rubber sheet tied to its bottom stretches and bulges out. The bulging out of rubber sheet demonstrates that the water poured in pipe exerts a pressure on the bottom of the container. An observation of this activity is, this is because the bottom of container in this case is made of a flexible thin rubber sheet which can get stretched by the pressure exerted by water to form a bulge. Let us now pour some water in the plastic pipe so that the height of water column increases. The bulge in the rubber sheet also increases, showing that the pressure of water on the bottom of its container has increased. In fact, greater the height of water column in the pipe, greater will be the bulge in its rubber sheet bottom. Conclusion for this activity is, first one is the liquid exerts pressure on the bottom of its container, and second one is the pressure exerted by a liquid depends on the height of the liquid column. Now students, we will perform another activity, that is activity 3, to demonstrate that a liquid exerts pressure on the walls of its container. For that, take a plastic bottle. Fix a small glass tube a little above the bottom of the plastic bottle. We can do this by heating one end of the glass tube slightly above a burner and then inserting this hot end quickly into the walls of the plastic bottle. We should seal the joints of glass tube with plastic bottle by using molten wax so that water does not leak from the joints. Tie a thin sheet of rubber tightly on the open end of glass tube. Now fill half of plastic bottle with water. As you can see in the picture, we can observe that on filling water, the rubber sheet tied to the mouth of glass tube gets stretched and bulge out. The bulging out of rubber sheet tied to the glass tube fixed in the wall of plastic bottle demonstrate that water present in the plastic bottle exerts pressure on the walls of the bottle. It is the sideways pressure exerted by water which inflates the thin rubber sheet, forming a bulge. If we pour some more water in the plastic bottle to increase its depth, we will see that the bulge in the tube sheet increases. This activity indicates that the pressure exerted by water increases with depth. From this activity, we conclude that first one is the liquid exerts pressure on the walls of its container, and second one is the pressure exerted by a liquid on the walls of its container increases with increasing depth. Now students, fourth activity is to demonstrate that a liquid exerts equal pressure at the same depth. For that, take a plastic bottle. Make two small holes of equal size on the two sides of the plastic bottle, some distance above the bottom of the bottle. The holes should be exactly the same height from the bottom of the plastic bottle. Now fill the bottle with water. Students, we will observe that the two jets of water can fall at equal distance on the two sides of the bottle only if the pressure of water at the depth of two holes in the bottle is equal. From this activity, we conclude that first one is a liquid exerts pressure on the walls of its container, and second one is a liquid exerts equal pressure at same depth. This is the end of today's video, students. We will meet again with some new topics. Up till then, goodbye and thank you.